Hey guys, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney. 17th of April, 12:41. My butt still hurts from standing up all day. I don't think that's how that works. Anyway, moving on. Am I doing great or what, Gina? Come on, you gotta admit I'm kind of slick. How are you holding up?
You only got 2 badges left, you bloody effing gnaw.
I'm starting to feel quite warmly towards her frequent cold shoulders now.
Ginny, are you alright? Why aren't you saying anything?
What's there to say, really? What's the point, eh?
Why go to all this trouble and fight so hard for the likes of me? 'Cause it's so fun.
It is kind of fun, but
Well, you saw it. That picture.
what picture?
You mean this? The photograph taken by Hurley's red-handed recorder?
Yeah. You know, Ginny, as ridiculous of a situation as it may sound, just tell us what really happened at 1 a.m. Like, come on, I don't mind. Yeah, I don't gotta tell the jury. I'm still gonna believe you. I mean, we'll know eventually, so.
Well, I didn't think it would have captured a scene like that. That's for sure. But, kinda happy it did.
It's hopeless. Anyone sees that's gonna think I did it, ain't they?
Well, I won't pretend it wasn't a bit of a shock when prosecution first presented it in court. I mean, you can't blame them, even you gotta admit. I guess that is what she's doing.
Surely you've gotten your doubts about it now.
You can't still think I'm innocent.
I do, though. I really do. I'm on her side. She's not even on her side. I'm on Ryunosuke's side. Of course I can.
Okay, boomer.
Sorry. I can help myself.
Ginny, why don't you talk to us? Tell us what really happened that night. Bruno's cleverly managed to piece together a whole lot of info. But still, we'd really like to hear it from you.
Well, alright then.
What? Really? The truth?
It was after we had that dinner together at your place, right, Iris? Then we had all chat about you in your office, didn't we?
Yes, I do recall that. Wasn't the most happy at times. I mean, the dinner was lovely, Iris, but, you know.
After all that, just couldn't get to sleep. So I slipped out and went down the street to the 2-1 to Winterbank's place. I'd had to know if Iris' story was there or not. The Hound of the Baskervilles.
What is up with that story? That is the biggest mystery. I can't. Oh my god. I just had like a premonition. I think they do something similar in not Ace Attorney, but what's it called? Oh my god, the franchise. My mind's going about Professor Layton. They deliberately save some mysteries for the later games. And if they do that in this time, oh, I'm gonna scream. Didn't Ace Attorney and that other franchise have a crossover? Huh.
I don't know what it was about or nothing. But if you ask me, there's something that Shones don't like. Something for what he don't want people reading. So that's why I lied to Iris about sticking it in Logwith Winterbank for safekeeping. At least that's what I thought at the time.
I mean, that is an interesting theory, but... So you broke into the Winterbanks?
I just had to know if it was there or not. I mean, I had no idea all that was gonna kick off, did I?
Yeah, no, that was a rough night to go.
I struck down the lock and snuck inside. It was dark as you like in there. So I gave the oil lamp on the counter a bit of a wick. That's when...
What do you think you're doing? Oh man. Poor Winterbank. So many voices. And he was only with us for so long.
Nearly died, I did. Next thing I knew...
Huh? Oh.
I grabbed the gun off the counter. Was waving it in the air like I don't know what.
That's fair. Dang. So she was just scared? I mean, shoot. I'd probably grab the skull and be like, yo, what's up? I played Halo 3. Bring it. That's a really old reference, by the way. Okay, maybe not that old. It's old if you don't get it, and if you do get it, what fun memories. You're the girl who was here that afternoon. I didn't think pickpockets went in for armed robbery. The mental script?
Have you got it?
Did Sholmes leave a load of papers with you? A story? That nameplate says it really hard. I beg your pardon?
The hound of the something or other. Is it here? I want to see it.
I'm sorry, young lady, but I'd sooner die than relinquish an article belonging to one of my customers.
I don't want it. But would I do it anyway? I just want to see if it's here, that's all.
Well, we knew it was here because of, Susano. Oh, you want to see it, do you? All right.
I want to know if Sholmes really pawned it or not. Please, just let me see it and I'll have a go.
All right then.
Wow! Winnebank! Dude!
Well, for pity's sake, stop waving that goddamn gun in my face, lady. Jesus. Gonna poke somebody's eye out that thing.
So then the old cove unlocked the storeroom door. We both went inside. Uh-huh. And it was there, all right. The mantle script. Sholmes wasn't lying after all.
You did all that just to check for me, Ginny?
Anyway, there was a bit of a kick-up out in the main bit of the shop.
The Skulkin brothers arrived on the scene. Yes. This is so sad. Gina did all this for Iris, man. Oh my god, I'm tearing up. Boy, if you don't start reading about my manuscript...
yeah, you're right, sir. What was that noise? Someone's breaking in?
Oh, good grief. Yar days. Hear me. Is there some burglars convention in here tonight? I don't know. What's that all about?
Think if I got to lock the door behind me. Sorry.
I better go take care of it. Can I possibly get my gun back?
Well, I'll come with you in the...
Now don't be foolish, youngin'. You must stay right here. Don't leave the room under any circumstances. We gotta have a trial so we can progress in the game. Right.
And with that, took the gun out of my hands and walked back in the shop. I hung back in the storeroom, like he said, straining my ears in the dark to hear what was going on. Sounded like they got a bit of a scrap. So I think I should help them. See? So I just about go out the storeroom myself when...
Jesus Christ. That's not funny. Oh my god.
Had a couple shots go off too, I think. Almost at the same time. Then there he was right in front of me feet, lying face down on the floor. I was right next to the storeroom door, so I slammed it and locked it quick like.
So you thought who had shot Mr. Winnebank might come for you?
Yeah. So I went to grab the old cove's gun. Figured I'd put a fight at least. When I got a better look at him, I knew.
That's probably when she passed out.
Winnebank was a goner.
I'm so sorry, Gina. I slightly doubted you because the narrative of the story may kind of forced me to.
I felt funny in my head. All of a sudden, kind of dizzy. And after that, don't remember nothing at all.
That's so effing sad. My god. That must be when you passed out.
If I hadn't done what I'd done, the old cove might still be a lot.
Did you tell the police everything you just told us?
Of course I did. They didn't believe a word of it, did they? They said was I kept telling lies and make things even worse for me.
Now that's the real tragedy. Jesus Christ. Johnny, not when Mr. Winnebank's dying?
Yeah, I mean, duh, yeah, but the fact is she told the truth and nobody believed her. And then she thought we wouldn't even believe her. But bruh,
we did believe her. Because we got figured out in reverse.
It'll be all right, Ginny. Don't worry. Just stay strong a little longer. Bruno's about to put the real culprit through the mill.
Guns blazing full of blood detecting powder, I guess.
That cove what there was in the afternoon. That Eggbert Benedict.
Yeah. He's the mastermind.
I still remember how he looked at me. Like I was nothing. Ugh. He was there that night.
We don't know his real name yet, but I'm convinced that he's involved somehow.
Yeah, I am too, because he was there, and, you know.
Anyway, thank you for telling us what happened, Gina. I appreciate your honesty.
You what? What? You can leave it all to Reno's capable hands, Ginny. He's the best. He's only got 2 badges left. No. All right.
Mr. Naruto,
Yes, ma'am. You calling?
how come you trust me? I don't get it.
Well, you know, gotta always believe in your clients. Even McGill did.
I mean, have you forgotten what happened before? Come on, it was only 2 months ago. Me and McGill did. We told your whole pack of lies. And you got the bog trotter off with him. Even though he was a killer.
No. I could never forget that.
Oh. But that's good, I guess.
I did what I thought was best at the time. But the pain of that error of judgment doesn't get any easier to bear. Still, don't forget I also made you a promise. I told you I'd be on your side to the bitter end. No matter what.
So, what if I'm lying? You could be working to get another killer off the hook, for all you know.
I don't think that's the case this time, Gina. I was once in your position too, you know. I was the accused in a trial.
You were? Was as convoluted as this one?
Not close, but before I left Japan, I was accused of murder. And strange as it might sound, the circumstances of the crime were pretty darning. I'm sure that no one would believe it wasn't me who'd done it. You see?
Oh, Runo.
But there was one person who stood up for me, who believed in me and prepared to defend me. My best friend. I'm sorry, I can't hold back. Ryunosuke, no one believes in you more than I do. Leave this to me. All you need to do is put your faith in me. I'll do the rest.
I miss you.
I was so happy I cried. But even then, somewhere inside me I couldn't help thinking, surely he doesn't really believe in me. Not completely. Oh my god. What the heck? It's actually this is next level parallel. Oh my god. I didn't even think about it like that until now. But I was wrong. He did. As soon as my trial began, it was obvious. Oh, Kazuma. That he had absolute, unwavering belief in me. Man, this game's a masterpiece, y'all. And we ain't even done! And in turn, I developed an absolute, unwavering belief in him. Do you get it now, Gina? We ain't bros, because we're, you know, I mean, we kind of are. But dude, I believe in you, even if you ain't a dude! Since then, I came to realize, if you want someone to believe in you, you have to believe in the other person first.
What are you even saying? I don't get you.
I promise you, Gina, that no matter what happens, I'll keep believing in you. So you don't need to worry. I won't let you down.
Oh, all right then. Even though I'm a diver and a no-good liar.
Even then, you're not like Mr. McGilded. I know that.
That's right. You're our friend, Ginny. And Mr. McGilded's in the dirt.
Iris, you shouldn't say that. You're too young to talk like that. Oh goodness, I'm rubbing off on her.
We know you're better than you think. And we've come to the conclusion that you're someone we can trust. Doesn't matter if you're in a bad situation before or now.
Yes, you got it.
That's really all I need to know.
Exactly.
Miss Naruto. I mean,
Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't know there's ninjas in London cutting onions. Don't cry, Gina. Defendant Gina Lestrade, legal representative Gain here. Court proceedings are about to resume.
Of course. Thanks for cutting up the, waterworks there. All right.
I've been both a defendant and a defending lawyer in my time. It's kind of actually beneficial to be that at some point. So I knew only too well just how hard it was to put all your faith in another. And I also knew just how hard it was to bear the burden of another putting all their faith in you. Is Gina actually my favorite character in the game? Hold up. No, that's definitely Iris. I'd say Iris, Cosma, Ryunosuke, then Gina. Oh, but we gotta put Sasato. Frick, okay, they're all my favorite. F it. This is it at last, the final chapter. The final battle. Wish me luck, Sasato-san. Hope you're watching over me too, partner. Alright then. Where he at? Time to pop open some eggs. Get that protein. Where that yolk? Come at me, bro. Oh, he ain't even here. Dump. Alright, y'all. What up? It's your boy, G-U-double-G in the house. Wait, G-U-G-G. If depending on your pronunciation, that could spell judge. Anyway, let's resume the trial of Gina Lestrade. Lord Van Ziaxis, have you successfully subpoenaed that witness? The subpoena was delivered to the communication station where the man works immediately, my lord. However, the heavy rain has delayed the arrival of this carriage, it would seem. Well, I see. Let us turn our attention to Inspector Gregson, the priestess of the case heard by the court this morning. The glaring omission of the third bullet. I mean, can you blame him? That's pretty hard to find, bro.
Yeah, I can only apologize, my lord. Didn't think they'll look in the door-sticking glove compartment,
Although the defense's chemical analysis of the blood at the scene makes for a compelling argument, I cannot permit such an untried method to be used as a... Dog! I get it, because, I'm surprised they're not calling it witchcraft, but... hey, we're paving the way for future trials. It's okay. Find another way.
It's a big mistake to cross Hurley and me. A very big
Mistake. Iris, put the gun down. Put the gun. Chill. My lord, this subpoenaed witness is just arrived in the building. Thank you, officer. All right, show him in here. All right, let's see this stupid, ugly, fat-lipped, five-head Eggbert Benedict in the flesh. Even though I've already seen him. Ugh.
It's not that serious, Johnny.
It's serious to me. He's gonna get it. I didn't expect to be crossing paths with him again so soon. And certainly not like this. What about that Horatio guy? Whatever happened to him? That was a really weird character design. Ugh. How dare you stand where Gregson stands? Ugh. Let me at him! Can you relax, Sonny? Put that sword down. You're not even taken out of the scabbard. All right. Thank you for complying with the court subpoena on such short notice, sir. But of course, my lord. As an upstanding member of London society, it is my pleasure to oblige. All right. Kindly state your name and occupation. Ashley Graydon. Communications officer.
Graydon? What?
Mr. Graydon and I work at London Central Communications Station.
Now, perhaps somebody would kindly explain what this is all about. You were apprised of the situation by the court officer on your way here, I presume? Yes, I was. Something to do with a murder that took place at a pawnbroker's on Baker Street. And some nonsense about having been there on the night in question.
Yeah. You were, by the way. It's not nonsense.
That is the accusation indeed. This really is beyond a joke, you know. Can you talk a little different from Mr. Z-Axis? It's getting confusing. Like, really. Y'all look nothing alike. You sound similar. Cut it out. It's getting annoying. Okay? Okay. Without further delay, the court will hear your testimony, Mr. Graydon. You will respond to the accusation made against you, under oath, might I add.
Huh? What? Huh?
Gladly, my lord, gladly. Devilishly laughs, because I'm going to get off scot-free. The accusation. Naturally, I have occasion to make use of a pawnbroker service from time to time, but are you seriously suggesting I colluded with these thugs to break into the place in the night of the murder? Please. I have no intention of admitting to such an outrageous accusation, even if certain parties here present claim that my blood was found at the scene. Some Scaramouch detective? What? Homebrewed tincture can hardly be taken as serious evidence. Come on. So do you deny the accusation completely? In a few words or less. I must say, I am dismayed for the highest court in the land to be swayed by this self-professed detective's toy. It was the will of the jury, and our great British justice system demands that the jury's will be upheld. Then it would seem we have the misfortune of a most inept assembly of jurors today. Whoa, you're not... Buddy, that ain't smart. By golly. How long am I expected to be detained here? If following the defense's cross-exam, your involvement in the matter has not been established, I'll be free to leave immediately, I guess. Good. Then I shall be away in a time for afternoon tea. Some small consolation, at least. Let us not hold up Mr. Graydon any longer. My man needs his tea. Proceed with the examination. So we meet again, Mr. Eggbert Benedict. Turd! That's your title, so I'm heard. Or is it Mr. Graydon? My apologies, you are? Oh, come on. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, defense lawyer. And we've met before. Rather recently, actually. If you say so, Ashley Graydon. Enchanté. So. Huh? What? Sure this thing I got razor blades under it? I trust we can conclude this quickly. But I'm not holding your stupid hat. Ugh. It looks good on other people, not him. All right, suspectedly David Bowie looking person. Let's play. Let's go. Let's go. Naturally, I have occasion to make use of a pawnbroker. Okay. What am I looking for here? I know that was his opening statement, but legit, I didn't see anything that was suspect. No intention of admitting such an outrageous accusation. And if certain parties are present claim that my body was found at the scene. Hold on, I want to talk about this. Oh, no, he didn't talk about not knowing me before. So I feel like that's what he's going to do. Oh, I've never seen this man in my life. Even if certain parties, no, I have an intention of admitting such an outrageous accusation. Let's start here, because the first two don't really stretch out to me. Were you at around 1 in the morning of the night in question, sir? Where were you? 1 a.m. Answer me. This is past the hour which I normally retire. Certainly. I was not in the company of these rapscallions. Why'd they look away all of a sudden? Are you able to prove that? Do you have any eyewitness? Listen carefully, my Nipponese friend, for you appear to be under a gross misapprehension of this point. What are you talking about? The witnesses maintains he was not at the scene of the crime. He has no obligation to prove his absence. Your accusation is that the witness was present at the scene. Then prove it. Right. Then that obligation lies with you and your assertion. That's not how that works. He needs an alibi. What? Come on. You will fulfill that obligation while putting Any more unreasonable questions to the witnesses? Cha-cha wrist. Can't stop saying it. Okay. Your silent victory wiggle ain't gonna help you, punk. All right, let's try the next one. Certain parties have present claim that my blood was found on the scene. Well, if we can't use that as evidence, there's gotta be something else, right? Other than Gina's, like, eyewitness account. But no, Gina, okay, dude, if we fully believe in Gina, there has to be a way to prove that he was there. Oh, should've just asked her for more stuff. Blood was found on the scene of the crime. There's no question of that. And, well, Mr. Shulman's chemical analysis has positively identified that substance as such. But I'm not the only human to have blood running through my veins, am I? How can you be so sure that blood is mine? It could equally be the blood of one of these two miscreants. I mean, there's the disc, but every individual's blood has a slightly different composition, it seems. Mr. Shulman's chemical is about to spare me this science lesson, boy. Who is this Shulman's character, anyway? I mean, he's the greatest detective other than myself, so I assume all Londoners would know the name. He's rather well known. So even you unable to bring yourself to say, great detective? A great detective, you say? Now we're in the realm of fairy tale. You? Huh? Whoa. Excuse me. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, buddy, come on. What? You got something to say, Skulkin? Oh, you what, me? No, the other one, please. Yeah, right, I had it up there with all this. Ain't no Skulkin. I don't want you to keep tossing that name my way, buddy. I'm about to block you. How many times I gotta tell you? You're not Mr. You're not Big Bro Sulky. I know you're not. Just the other tall one in green, please, Mr. Nash. You. Oh, God, blimey, Governor! You want you scared to be devil? That was not any form. That was no language. I just channeled a dead English spirit. I was gonna like, what the crud is that? How can you listen to this nonsense? God, you're patient. And I appreciate that. It is not the case that when Mr. Graydon just spoke, a thought went through your mind. Tell me, would you care to share that thought with the court? Oh, me thoughts? I don't have none. It must have been him. Oh, yeah, what? Yeah, come on, don't put it on me. Mr. Nash, answer the question, please. What went through your mind when Graydon just spoke? Hey. Nothing, honest, Governor, nothing. I was just thinking, if he waves his arms around that much, it'll open up the wound again, that's all. The wound? Whoa, what? Oh, what, they took the bullet, of course. It was only about 2 days ago, yes! So I was, I was worrying for him. Oh, hell's bells! No! Mr. Graydon, did you hear that? This man you've never met before seems to think you have a bullet wound. Ooh, covering his shoulder now. What? Your comrade is worried about you, it seems. At a rather inconvenient time, on account of your injured arm. My lord. Yes? I have no idea what these two wretches are talking about. Certainly I shouldn't be expected to answer anything in relation to their mindless insinuations. I'm literally the judge of that. We know that someone other than victims was hit by a bullet at the scene of the crime 2 nights ago. And from the height of the bullet hole in the wall, a person was likely hit in the upper arm. Yes, it's you! Would you mind taking your rather expensive coat off? We have coat hangers in the lobby. But just make sure he doesn't run out the door, okay? Perhaps you'll allow a court official to examine your arm, sir? The left arm that you're currently clasping with your right, as if in pain, possibly from a bullet wound. No. I refuse. Huh? What? You have shown no evidence whatsoever that links me to these common thieves. Accordingly, I am not obliged to permit any such invasion of my privacy! Dog, just take the coat off. You're an effing turd. I hate you. You smell like eggs. As I've already said, I'm completely uninvolved in all of this. I've never had anything to do with the pawnbrokery where this fellow was killed whatsoever. That's not true. I take offense at the insinuation that I was in any way involved. You claim to have nothing to do with Mr. Winterbank's pawnbrokery, do you? My lord, he's a fibber, and I got proof! The defense would like the last statement to be added to the Mr. Graydon's formal testimony. Yeah, get him! Get him! Continue with the testimony, Graydon. We ain't gonna look at your nasty infected arm. You know what? Y'all! Y'all, look at that! Do you see that? Upper right hand corner. Oh my god. Oh my god, my stars are back. Oh my god. Oh crap, I dropped my controller. Crap! No! That's all he's gonna say on the matter? No, I know what to do!
What do you think, Bruno?
I think he has no intention of telling us anything. He's well aware that he is less than he says, the less chance of us having... He's well aware that the less he says, the lesser chance he has of giving himself away. Duh.
The complete opposite of Hurley, then. He seems to think that the more he says, the better.
I'm happy I dropped my controller. That line is gold. At least I managed to prise a little more information from these witnesses' lips. All thanks to the Skulkin brothers. Believe it or not.
Yes, they were the key to it after all.
So he had nothing to do with the Winterbanks. It's not true.
That's be a good time to have a proper look through the court record.
Do I even need to do that? I think I just need to press there. It's worth, because I don't have any, like, actual... Wait. Dump! Where is that picture? What? Oh, dump! Why don't we have that picture? I saw it with my own two eyes. He says he has nothing to do with the pawnbrokery. We saw a photographic print with him there. How do I get that evidence? Good idea. You never know what tiny scrap of information could be a valuable weapon. Yeah, I reckon we could really use that photographic print. Maybe we'll get it here. The bottom line is, I never had anything to do with the pawnbroker establishment where he was killed. Hold it! That's just a big fib. Never had anything to do with it? Really? You're gonna say that in my face? You forget that I was there, Mr. Graydon. I saw you! On the very afternoon of the incident. Obviously, I'm not a complete stranger to the pawnbroker. Oh. Yeah, you said that before. I'm currently on the lookout for an armchair to furnish my study. That's not where you were in there before. No, you were in there to redeem an article. Something I don't think belonged to you.
Is that right?
Huh? Jesus Christ, Gregory, you scared the dump out of me with that voice. I have no idea what you're talking about. Back me up, buddy. Come on, come on. You have something to add, Inspector? Meh, what are you talking about? You come again? You were there too, in fact. Weren't you, Inspector? That afternoon. You're an eyewitness. In the witness stand. This is your time to shine. Yeah, I do remember meeting yourself in that pawnbroker that afternoon. A young Japanese assistant that accused, present, if I recall. But there's someone else there. Come on. Mr. Gregson, please. At the time, the witness, Mr. Graydon, was trying to acquire a particular article. Well now, come on. That rings a bell, right? Fred don't remember too clear. But you must. Come on. I ain't gonna lie and pretend I remember something I don't, stupid. What's going on here?
Gregsy showed us a picture before, didn't he? You know, from the camera.
Yes, of course. Indeed, the gentleman picture bears a striking resemblance to that witness. He don't have his hat, though. Rather odd. Exactly! True is that Mr. Graydon was in the shop that afternoon. Yes. This refresh your memory, Gregory. At no point have I denied that fact. Well, I merely enter the shop to pursue the article on sale and have a word with the broker. Nothing more.
Yeah, I don't remember that's how it went down, but alright.
This makes no sense. I understand why Mr. Graydon might be trying to cover his tracks, but... What? Gregson, why are you avoiding this? Is this because the upper chain, too? He doesn't... Like, dude, something's going on with Greggy. I don't want to doubt the guy, but god dang it. Why would Gregson trying to avoid a testimony about what happened? I'm all out of ideas. So he's gonna stay on the matter?
What do you think, Reno?
Well, we'll have to be... There's something I'm missing. I just don't get it. This might make me lose a star. It's definitely not a star. It has 4 points. Why do I keep saying that? But legit, we know he tried to get the coat back that day using this, right? And I keep getting thrown off by the 1 pound. I'm like, a coat doesn't weigh 1 pound. Come on, it has to at least be 2. But real talk, maybe we could use this somewhere to remind Gregory? Some Scaremouth Detectives homebrew tincture can hardly be... Okay. I've never had anything to do with the pawnbroker establishment where the man was killed. I could try to present this. I hope this works! What about this ticket? Do you remember it? The witness last statement clearly contradicts the evidence. Oh, god dang it. Why am I so bad? Oh. Dumb. This would also remind him. Right! Gregory never saw him try and redeem the ticket. He got there at like the last second. Ugh, I'd hate to lose 2 star. I said it again. I'd hate to lose 2 points on the same question, but hey, do you remember this? Anybody? Have you seen this disc before, Mr. Graydon? He is mad. Why? Is it supposed to mean something? The disc was until the day of his murder, in pawn, in Mr. Windibank's shop. It was redeemed by the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade, that afternoon. However, somebody mysteriously appeared to try to take it from her. And that somebody was you, of course. Wasn't it, Mr. Graydon? No. As I've reiterated numerous times now, you are mistaken. That was not me. I've never, ever seen that disc before in my life. It may have escaped your notice. There's a smear of blood on the disc. Yeah, resulting from the abrasion of the thumb, maybe. You want to take your jacket off? What about your glove, huh? That's right. The surface of the disc is covered in hundreds of tiny little bumps. In the skirmish to acquire the disc, the thumb of the person who tried to take it suffered minor lacerations. And I'm willing to bet if you took your glove off, just saying. So the disc bears the remnants of that skirmish, the form of the smears of blood. The thumb of the person in question must bear the remnants also, in the form of a scratch.
So, which is it? You gonna...
I don't want to show me hands. I require privacy. Mr. Graydon, you refuse to allow a court officer to examine your arm before, and you're now going to refuse us to examine your thumb? Because I have no doubt that bears a small scratch consistent with the smear of blood on this disc. Well. It would seem I've underestimated you. What's the meaning of all this? So you admit it now, huh? You admitted you have a scratch on your thumb when you attempted to take the disc from the defendant. He's even got a hand behind him. He's scared. Oh my God. Well, Mr. Graydon, now I of course trust you, but I gotta admit, it would appear there has been something of a misunderstanding here. I do not attempt to take the disc as you put it. No, quite the reverse. What are you trying now, you punk? It's really quite simple, you see. The disc was mine from the outset. If there was some crime taking an item that you own out of pawn. That's not the point here! It would seem, Mr. Graydon, is this piece of evidence, my learned friend, establish a link between yourself and the incident? Accordingly, you will tell the court everything you know about the disc. Now. As you wish, though I'm quite sure it has nothing whatsoever to do with the pawnbroker's murder, but here we go. Alright, I'm willing to hear it. Let's get to it. There's a note on the disc saying for McGilded, but the item belongs to me. The redemption ticket was stolen from me by the accused, the filthy gutterling, on the day in question. I proceeded at once to the shop in order to explain my situation and redeem my article. In the end, of course, the disc was taken by the police. In other words, I have absolutely no reason to break into the shop later that same night. 'Cause the disc? Well, yeah, he's got a... Dang it, he's got a point. If the disc was in, police custody and Gina had the jacket... Dump. Did I hear you correctly? McGilded? The famous London philanthropist? That burned right before my eyes in court 2 months ago? Yes, my lord. The one and the same. But, Mr. Graydon, how does that belong to you then? What? Are you saying that McGilded and yourself were acquainted? Yes, that's correct. Well. That isn't the worst thing to get out of this. Okay, all right. I certainly didn't expect to hear the name uttered in this court again. I did. According to what Gina told us, the disc was placed in the pawn the fateful night 2 months ago. McGilded himself gave instructions to deposit it at the Winnebanks.
It's funny that Mr. Graydon here has claimed the disc belongs to him then, isn't it?
In all likelihood, he's lying, because, come on. So he appeared that afternoon at the Winnebanks in order to get his hands on McGilded's disc for some reason? But why? All right, counsel, commence your cross-exam. Get in there, sonny. Okay. How do I... This is a puzzle, bruh. I mean, they're always puzzles, but golly. There's another disc saying for McGilded, but that item belongs to me. All right, spin your yarn, then. Would you care to explain how this belongs to you if your name's not on it? As you will observe, a communications officer such as myself commands a fine salary. You are certainly exquisitely dressed, I admit. So you see, I have a little need to make use of the services provided by the pawnbrokery trade. However, I did once find myself in difficulties having misplaced my purse whilst on an errand, which is why I pawned my fine black overcoat to the broker in question. You claim that was your overcoat again? Obviously I do, and in my haste I clean forgot. The music box disc was in its pocket. What? And yeah, there's a note that reads for McGilded. I am a collector of rare and unusual music box music. I met Mr. McGilded as a gentleman's club in the city and was interested to discover that he shared the penchant in that area as well. So the disc in question, it was a pre-production sample. I promised to let Mr. McGilded hear it. That's actually kind of believable, wow. When you forget that it was in the pocket, the overcoat you forced to pawn. Yes, exactly.
Gina didn't mention any of that in her testimony 2 months ago, did she?
No, because McGilded had threatened her to keep her mouth shut. Which means that if we dig too deeply here, I'm gonna expose Gina's perjury. Oh, crud. I can't do that!
Oh dear, this is complicated, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a minefield. Let's leave it alone for the time being. Yeah, can't risk that. The redemption ticket was stolen from me from the accused, that filthy gutterling on the day in question. Is that how it happened? I thought he had the ticket on him. No, Gina did. I thought we disproved that. I can't remember. Oh, it's been a minute. proceeded at once to the shop in order to explain my situation and redeem my article. The disc was taken by the police. In other words, I have absolutely no reason to break into the shop later. Okay, I can't think of anything, man. He's got me. Perhaps you've seen something of value among the other forfeited items? No, not at all. Darn it! The value was brought by the police to assess everything in the shop. Without exception, every article on the shelves was common or garden bric-a-brac. Bric-a-brac, what? In that case, it's clear that you broke into the shop later that day in order to recover Mr. McGilded's disc. Come now. Have you not been listening, man? Even if I had wanted to recover the disc, you may recall that it had been seized by the police that afternoon. And it was no more in the shop that night than I. As I keep saying, I simply had no reason to break in. Dang it. So there's nothing of Mr. McGilded's left in the shop. That night, nothing this man might have been after? The ticket! The ticket! The ticket! It's gotta be the ticket! Hold up!
Bruno, have some evidence? Then let's have it. I'm dying to see that irritatingly assured expression of his
Crumble. Oh, Iris, you're so adorable. Oh my gosh. Even when she's being wicked. McGilded slipped the disc into the coat pocket and had it deposited at the window banks. We know that for certain. They realized he was gone to be arrested in the suspicion of the omnibus murder. He threatened Gina and forced her to take the redemption ticket.
Then there's no doubt about it. The witness is lying through his pearly white teeth.
A rare sight in... Okay, I'll stop. I'm not gonna finish that joke, I'm sorry. The police were obviously after anything left behind the McGilded as well. That's why Inspector Gregson ended up taking the disc. But there is still something left in the shop! Oh my god!
But Greg, so you're being very strange about all this.
Must be a reason for that, I'm sure. Okay. I bet he's being weird about it because of the ticket. Hold up, where does he mention the ticket? Let's talk about that, buddy. So you're saying that Miss Lestrade lifted the ticket from your pocket or bag, right? That's right. Despite being mindful of danger when walking in the insalubrious areas. Insalubrious? That is such a turd word. I'm not... Listen, this is a JohneAwesome, I know, but there's certain words that only turds use. Like, these streets are so labyrinthian. Like, okay. Bro, just say, yo, we is lost, bro. Ain't that hard. Just saying. I don't like him anymore now. Miss Lestrade did no such thing. Well, of course you take that stance, but the girl is a regular offender. You came to the pawnbrokery that day prepared with all the information you needed to identify the defendant. You were looking for her. That's what brought you really to the window banks. To get your hands on McGilded's disc.
Objection!
My learned friend, it is veritable font of nonsense. No, it's not. You weren't there. Why you keep making fun of me? I gotta concur. You are nonsense. Start making some, or penalty. You're framed from conjecture in this way, is that clear? Yes, my lord, sorry. Then I will continue with my testimony for what possibly use it can be. Okay. I thought that would be the place to use the ticket. Hold on, what does the description of the ticket even say? The blood of it is identified as Mr. Mason. Alright. Can we put that there? I don't see what else makes sense. God, the Skulkin brothers are being quiet. It's kind of out of character. The police. Yeah. Talk about the police. Come on. Talk about them. You hate them? Because you're a thief? It was taken by Inspector Gregson here, wasn't it? That's right. This was the very man. Apparently the police are collecting anything that has... Whoa, scared the living crap out of me. Oh my god. I was not expecting that. This is why I can't play horror games. That just came out of nowhere. They're collecting everything of McGilded's as evidence.
Excuse me.
Hey, is that true? How'd you even hear about that, Mr. Graydon? Is something wrong, Inspector? What do you mean something matter? Yeah, we got, it's cold out. That's a problem. The last remark Graydon made in his testimony seemed to trouble you in some way.
No, it didn't. It's nothing. Leave it alone. Come on. Get out of my face. What do you want?
Let me ask you this, Inspector. Why is Scotland Yard gathering Mr. McGilded's possessions?
I can't tell you something like that, Sunshine. Come on.
What is it, Inspector? Investigative secrets?
Yeah. That's exactly it. You should know all about that.
Magnus McGilded, who died so unexpectedly after his trial 2 months ago. A man renowned through the capital for his great contributions to public life. Yet he had a dark side too.
Where you going with this, Zeeks?
I suppose the police are dealing with the aftermath of his nefarious activities, are they?
Hey, that's enough. That's enough. Keep it down. Couples like me have duties to carry out what we're not at liberty to talk about. That's all you need to know, okay? Okay.
Duties conferred by Lord Strongarm, I presume. The Lord Chief Justice appears to have great faith in you, Inspector.
Yeah, well, his trust ain't misplaced, that's for sure. The bottom line is, if you want to get more out of me, then you're gonna need Lord Strongheart's paw print.
How am I gonna get that? What's all this about, man? Okay, it's like there's something going on between Gregson and Lord Van Zeeks. Are they covering up evidence? You can't do that. What did that give me? Well, out of appear then the inspector's revealed all he has at liberty to reveal. Mr. Graydon, let us return to... No! I get it! Oh my god. Hey, I got something to... What's his name's right here? Ah, dump. I have to... If you... Ooh, I got you. Wait. Is that this one? Yes, it is. Okay. If you had no reason to go... let me read this again. A redemption ticket issued from the pawnbroker, blah, blah, blah. Mr. Winnigan is for some handwritten... Dump! But wait a minute, hold up. We gotta read this. Give me a second. I'm pretty sure I'm right. I'm pretty sure this also is relevant to Mr. McGilded. Mr. Winnigan appears to have used the back of this photograph as a redemption ticket. He written it very nicely. Ha. That's it! That's all I get? Frick, okay. But I'm 99% sure this is the ticket Gina had on her person that Mr. Douchebag McDuckpert wanted to get. I forgot his real name already. Okay? Now hear me out. One small box. That sucker is still in there, and I think I'm right. This disc was deposited. Did I click on the disc by accident? Oh my god. The disc was deposited on Magnus McGilded's instructions. You knew that. And you went there with the intention of obtaining it yourself. Objection! I messed up. Crap. Conjecture again. And in any case, the disc was taken into custody by the police that afternoon. The witness had no reason to visit the pawnbrokery again that night. No, I'm right! You're wrong! I'm not very good at arguing. I don't know if you can tell. Sorry, my learned friend, but that's not true. You're wrong! What? Mr. McGilded had another article at the pawn at Windibanks as this. Second pawnbroker ticket proves. Yeah, I'm on the roll! Yeah, baby. There were 2 articles belonging to McGilded in there. Ooh, and the reason you broke into the pawn shop that night was to recover the second. Together with your 2 accomplices, the Skulkin brothers. Ugh. Yeah, this is a second ticket, is it? What had the man deposited? I don't know yet, but it's a small box. The box has something in it, you know. A rather vague description, it seems to me. It's pronounced vague, sir. Are you suggesting that I broke into the pawnbrokery with these 2 clowns in order to steal some trinket box? Please! I believe there are adequate grounds to suspect that you did. This is absurd. Why on earth would I do such a thing? Once the article had been forfeited, I could simply walk into the shop and purchase it. Yeah, he's right. He's right. He's actually right. What? There would be absolutely no need for me to resort to theft. Maybe you're worried someone else would buy it before you. You could have just bought it that day, son of a gun.
But he didn't have the ticket then. Or did he?
I don't... indeed, that's a solid argument.
So that means that for some reason, this Graydon fellow needed the small box that very night.
Objection!
Wait, what? She's got a point.
It's time to put an end to this nonsense, my lord. Could you be a little less cryptic, Lord Van Zeeks? This is a courtroom. It's nothing but hijinks and nonsense all about. I do hate to ruin my learned friend's argument. Truly I do. But the truth is quite incontrovertible. On the night in question, no small box was taken on the Windibank's pawnbrokery. And rest assured, the prosecution can prove it. What if the box wasn't taken, but something inside the box? You think about that? Huh? Good gracious. Inspector, show the photographic prints to the court. If you please.
Yeah, sir. On it. What prints? Huh? Oh, from the cameras. Dang it.
God dang it, Sholmes! I hope you recover, though.
Yeah, these prints were taken from one of the detective security cameras, I reckon.
Who these red-handed recorders? Again?
As previously explained, using this plan of the sharp layout, here you go again in case you forgot yours. The victim's establishment was furnished with automatic cameras in 2 locations. One was set to capture the counter, where Mr. Windibank received his customers, and the other was set to capture the shelves on which articles were placed for sale once forfeited. Alright, so that left camera is the one we're supposed to look at.
According to the information on this ticket, Gilda's small box been forfeited already. 2 days before the incident, 9 p.m., 13th April, to be precise. Which means it will be on the shelves on the forfeited items section. Now, what I have here is a printer taken from one of the cameras on 2 hours before the incident. That's about 11 a.m. on the 15th, I reckon.
Alright. Oh my god. That's so much crap. Jesus Christ.
Wait, the blue box!
The victim certainly had a full shop.
The blue box! What about that one? It's small-ish. Is that even a box? And then we have another print. Let's see here.
I don't spot any difference. This is bullcrap.
This one was taken about 2 hours after the incident.
I see. We got 2 pictures to compare. If only we had a device where we could, see the difference. Though I must say, placing them side by side leaves me cold. Yeah, this is rough. Dear me, that's starting to make my head ache.
Obviously, Scotland Yard, we consider theft as a possible motive in the case, but we explored the possibility of something that had been taken in addition to the victim's life.
So you mean the men already compared the prints already?
Yes, sir.
Did they use a stereoscope?
No, I don't. We ain't got that kind of funding. Sorry. We counted every single item in each of these prints. That's about it. And the yard's conclusion said exactly the same number are present.
So, okay. Because it's an orange, I think that's a hint. So we're not looking for something missing. Then what are we looking for? I don't know. I got to put in my place real quick. In other words, nothing was taken from the pawnbrokery on the night in question, and my learned friend's assertion is nothing more than a hopeful fantasy. Nah, I can get out of this. Hold up. Let me see them suckers. Let me see. Iris, prepare my stethoscope. Yeah, if I could have just shown that he'd stolen Mr. Gilded's box. God dang it. Quit your dancing, boy. We ain't done yet. I might have been able to break him down at last.
You know what, Bruno? We have a device that's custom made for.
I know, I'm getting impatient. I'm sorry.
I've been thinking. I wonder if these 2 photographs really are exactly the same.
Same here. I'm curious as well. All right, counsel. In light of the evidence put forward by the prosecution, what's your position? Seems that in fact on the night in question, nothing was stolen from the victim's establishment. Do you accept the prosecution's assertion? No, I do not. I can find it. I'm built different. Even if I can't cross my eyes. Even my nose is 50 feet tall. Even if I have small eyebrows? I don't think I do. I hope I don't. But yeah, I bet I... Wait. Use a piece of evidence. Yeah. Easy. Where's that sucker at? Please, before I give my answer, my lord, I'd like to try something if I may. Try something? Like a dance routine? Cha-cha wristband. What do you mean? Explain! I need to use a certain piece of evidence. So, yes, okay, I'm on top of things for once. Which piece you try to use? The bullet! Breaks just shoots through the print. God, that would be awful. But nah, I got it. I know what's up. Wait, wasn't this a DS game originally? Did they use like the 3D like action of the... Oh, that's... I think it was a 3DS game. Bruh. Wow. 3DS is crazy. I'd like to use this device, my lord, to view the two prints stereoscopically. Yes! You've caught the bug at last. You couldn't resist it, can you? Please stop. You've got the cross-eyed compulsion. I hate you, juror number 3. I hate you. What a surprise.
Come on then, Runo. Give it a go. Put the pictures in place and see what this wonderful contraption will show us.
You got it. Uh-huh.
There we go. Now look through the eyepiece.
I was never gonna find that! Bruh, what? Do you have to use the stereoscope? There's clearly a discrepancy here! What? Oh yeah. You must identify the location for the court record, man. Feeling a strong clue over here. And again, this ain't looking, that could look like it's, okay, I'll just being dumb. It's clearly there. I straight up did not see that. Granted, these two prints are almost identical. But almost doesn't mean identical. There is one more minor discrepancy between them. Hey, what you talking about? You saying we ain't doing good work at a scouting yard? Huh? Huh, Pipsqueak? When you view the two pictures stereoscopically... Oh! Yeah. Somebody moved the box. Dang. Just barely. They didn't take the box, they took what was in it. Yeah, I was actually right. They got to, right? Unless they replaced it with a fake. That's also an option. A single area stands out. This new location of the box. Ooh. It's funny to see in 3D. Let me wait. Unbelievable. I'm getting closer. By Jove, you're right. How extraordinary. Yeah, I did it. I'm the not dumb guy for this time. Ooh, that's a good sentence. That's going to my bibliography. Bibliography? Biography? What's the difference? Who cares? What this tells us is very simple. Mr. McGilded's small box was indeed not stolen from the Winnebanks on the night in question. However, there can be no doubt that somebody picked up this particular box and returned it to the place on the shelf. Are you suggesting the small box originally deposited by McGilded is in fact... Yes! The very same small box I just identified! Objection. Mindless guesswork. What if it was? Then that proves maybe Eggbert or Graydon went back to get it? So a box was moved on the shelf. Nothing was stolen, which means quite simply that nothing has changed. That's not true. All right, McGilded box wasn't stolen, but the fact it moves, it changes everything. It does. Somebody picked it up and moved it. I believe this changes everything about the case. How can that be? The crucial point in the fact that the box was moved. Think about it. In other words, we had to consider what might be inside that box. What are you suggesting? I mean, I'm just saying. It's a possibility. I'm suggesting that we need to examine that box as soon as possible. A vital piece of evidence is sitting on the shelves at the Winnebags as we speak.
Objection!
Come on, get over there. Stat. Might be a little slow because of the rain, but
That won't be necessary.
some little box belonging to a man who died 2 months ago
Can't possibly be relevant to this trial.
Oh, it can. No, come on. The court does not uphold your objection, Lord Van Yes! Yes! Bailiff, arrange for an officer to go to Baker Street at once and pick me up a Danish. They got a baker on Baker Street. That's why they call it that. But also, get that small box and bring it back here for further examination. Oh, yeah! You can't see it, but I'm pelvic thrusting. Wait, why am I pelvic thrusting?
Wow, Johnny, start pelvic thrusting about a small box.
Shut up! I didn't mean it like that! Why am I trying to protect YouTube comments? Ah! Now that I mention it, though, I do one in Danish. I've only had like 2 my whole life. That's the true tragedy. Hey, y'all, I finished my bear claw. They ran out of Danishes. Welcome back to the trial. Should have a report in about half an hour once I get that small box. I think perhaps we should recess for a short while until the evidence is brought forth.
To be hoodwinked by such a farce. Disappointing.
I beg your pardon, Lord Van Zee. You want to share something to the class?
This is nothing but a smokescreen. A Nipponese specialty, it would seem.
Dog, I ain't a ninja. I went to school for lawyers and stuff. Well, I didn't even do that, but... Yeah, what are you trying to say?
My learned friend has persisted with the same line of reasoning from the very beginning. Now, this witness's intent was to steal an article belonging to Mr. McGilded from the pawnbrokery. Come now. Yet common sense tells us that none of the article have been value enough to be worth stealing in the first place.
Huh? Exactly. Art would be beyond absurd to break into a place for the purpose of stealing such a commonplace property. I don't know, man. I don't know. What if it's another, like, music disc? Maybe a gear? I don't know. It's possible. Or a gem of some sort.
If your lordship recalls, Mr. McGilded perished 2 months ago, immediately after the conclusion of his trial, a trial which he was found not guilty. A trial in which it was established he was the upstanding member of society his reputation implied, in fact. So, I propose a toast to my learned friend in his most insightful defense.
Are you threatening Gina Lestrade? I swear to God, if you actually killed McGilded, you turd. It's the best insult I got.
The articles this upstanding member of society pawned were entirely ordinary. A black overcoat that just happened to have a music box disc in one of its pockets, and a small box. I assure you I wouldn't accept even if the man tried to make a gift of such a thing to me. Given I'm so well paid and all.
You know, that does make rather sense. Yeah, I'm just saying.
If it's not as if there was gold or jewels, though. Goodness, McGilded was rich.
You can't deposit cash at pawnbroker. Ooh.
The prosecution argument is undeniably compelling.
If it is incumbent of the defense now to bolster its argument, to explain what possible significance these commonplace articles pawned by this fine citizen could have.
No, come on. We gotta at least try. We can't do things with half a heart. Well, counsel, is your argument in fact demonstratable? Are you able to show proof that the disc or the box are in any way tangible to the case? Oh yeah, I'm sure. No, come on, Renosuke. You know for sure.
What's the matter, Runo? We know they're related, don't we? They're both vital pieces of evidence.
Yeah, of course. You and I both know that. We know McGilded's true character. We know the disc is significant. Even if we don't know why. And we know that box is too. Why else would someone go and touch that out of everything else in there? Bro, it just doesn't make sense. But if we explain all that to the court, oh my God, you're right, Gina. to acknowledge that McGilded's acquittal 2 months ago was a mistake. That defense's argument was flawed, based on false information.
Oh no!
And that would mean that Gina committed perjury. There's like no way out of it. Like, we can't serpentine around Gina lying.
But Ginny...
Could it be that Van Zeeks knows? Maybe he does. Crap. Is that why he's doing this now? Because he's anticipated everything? No, come on, don't assume.
But maybe... this could be a great opportunity for us.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, what is it you always say, Runo? Sooner or later, the truth comes out. Every time.
Yeah, you're right. The exact significance of the things McGilda deposited with the Windibanks is something that only Gina can explain to the court. Crud. But if we put her on the stand and testify, we know she won't do it. She doesn't trust anybody. It could critically damage our chances of winning. Oh, don't call Gina to the stand, bro. I feel like that's... No, I don't know, but I don't see it. I can't decide. Oh my god. What is the right thing to do here? We can't let Eggbert get away. Maybe they'll be lenient on her sentence? If it's just perjury? No, they won't, dude. It's freaking Great Britain. I don't see any other way. I'm sorry, Gina. I gotta try. I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but we gotta do it. My lord, the defense would like to make a proposal. What proposal, counsel? While the court awaits the arrival of Mr. McGilded's small box, I would like to call the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade, to the witness stand. The defendant? Why? Come on, man, think. It's to do with the various articles deposited at the Windibanks by Mr. McGilded, my lord. Miss Lestrade has information relating to them. I believe it would be beneficial for the court to hear what she has to say. I can't do maintenance on her testimony. That's no good. Oh gosh, Gina, just tread carefully. It will prove the significance of the article in question, once and for all! Well, well. Things are becoming interesting. I presume you consider the implications of the testimony you're proposing. In particular, the impact it will have on the accused standing, and indeed your own. Yeah, I weighed the pros and the cons. I have. All right. Would you care to explain that last remark, Van Zeeks? The prosecution accepts the defense's proposal. I move to interrupt the cross-examination of the current witnesses and hear from the accused herself. All right. Oh, okay. That's fine with me, I guess. So the court will now hear the testimony of Miss Gina Lestrade. So you witnesses currently in the stand, get out of here. Get. Tired of looking at y'all. Let's mix it up a little, shall we? Then I shall bid you good day. Wait. You, sir, shall remain in the stand while Lestrade testifies. Ooh, as you wish. All right then, Gina, it's time. I know this will be hard, but please, put your faith in me here.
Good luck, Bruno. You're gonna need it, oh my god.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney. Gina's in the dock once again. Oh, dub, I'm sorry. The articles that Mr. McGilded had deposited in the Windibanks pawnbrokery are intimately related with the omnibus case, the trial of which we heard in this courtroom 2 months ago. Maybe some in the stand we're familiar with it. I don't know, possibly. I have a feeling a couple people are. Yes, I was there. And you were there. And you were there. And you were there. And you, viewer, you were there. If not, you don't know what's going on, so you should have been. As I remember, that young lady brought before me in that trial as well. I recall. That's right, my lord. I was there, yes. Her testimony helped establish the innocence of the defendant, Mr. McGilded, before he was burned alive for some reason. The omnibus case was intriguing, to say the least.
And now, here we are again. The same players in that trial facing each other once more.
It's almost poetic, really.
A twist of fate, perhaps. My Nipponese friend.
No. Just very inconvenient or convenient timing, depending how you look at it. Allow me to recap the events of 2 months ago. An old brickmaker was stabbed to death in an omnibus, running along London's winter streets. Dog. Why him, man? He didn't have a penny to his name, right? Apart from the victim, there was only one person in that carriage, Mr. McGilded. Naturally, he was the prime suspect for the murder. As the trial progressed, another possibility emerged, that the murder in fact took place above the defendant's head on the roof deck, with the body then being dropped through the skylight into the carriage below.
Which we now know is kind of a bunch of bull.
It was Miss Lestrade's whose testimony brought that possibility to light. At the time of the incident, Miss Lestrade was concealed under a seat in the carriage, hoping to pick the pockets of unsuspecting passengers, which I am no way condoning, but then immediately after the trial, having been acquitted of the murder, Mr. McGilded died in this very courtroom, in the most extraordinary of circumstances. I'm sure you are well aware of this. Like, come on, he's gotta be behind it. Bruh, it can't be coincidence. I feel like that's what the game wants me to think. Maybe.
A mystery that remains unsolved even now. 2 months on. As indeed does the omnibus murder itself.
Be that as it may, I recall neither the disc nor the small box being mentioned in that case at all. What gives, man?
Miss Lestrade. I'm sorry, we have to do the voice again. I'm sorry, I gotta keep it consistent. I know it's terrible. I did it. I think she'd be in 2 trials. What do you want from me? Ah! Would you tell the court now, please, what really happened in the omnibus 2 months ago? I mean...
I don't know what you mean. I already said all I want to know.
Maybe you didn't. Maybe you can jog your memory. It's been a little bit. What about everything you told us yesterday? From inside your prison cell.
Why, you caught it.
Please, Miss Lestrade, stop cussing. Also, this is extremely important.
But...
Remember, little girl, if it transpires that you willingly withheld information in that trial 2 months ago, the Home Office will seek to prosecute you for perjury.
God, this sucks.
And naturally, you will lose all credibility as a witness. Although, let's face facts, you have little credibility to lose.
Hey, that ain't for you to decide, punk. Don't listen to him, Gina.
Jenny, don't listen to him. Please, you have to trust Runo. Iris, we're on your side.
We are. I know, this sucks. And even Van Zeek's got a point, but...
All right, then. I'll talk.
It's the right choice, Gina. Trust me.
Well, it would seem that my lone friend is bent on bringing the entire courtroom down about his ears. So be it.
All right, I confess I'm struggling to understand what on earth the heck is happening here. However, it would appear that Mr. McGilded pawned the articles in that extraordinary case of that there omnibus that combusted. A combustion, if you will. Emphasis on the bus. Oh, that's criminal. I tell you. Harbor secrets of which we have been hitherto unaware of. So, little missy, I gotta ask. Miss Lestrade, you will now give your testimony about the court, about the events of 2 months ago. You'll reveal the truth. A commodity sorely lacking in that original statement of yours.
You don't know that yet, but he does. Everything's going down. Gonna come down to this. Like Van Zeek said, this could bring the whole courtroom down about my ears. As a lawyer, I'm prepared to take that risk. Maybe I don't understand the gravitas of the situation. I mean, she's still a kid, right? Do they have juvie in Great Britain? I don't know. I'm scared.
Truth is, that brickmaker cove was in the cabin of the omnibus the whole time. And the Irishman dragged me out under the seat, I saw the disc on the floor.
You did?
All of a sudden, had a scream from over me in dead end. That pair of the roof deck went off to call the slops. The slops? That's when McGilded slipped the driver some tin to do run to the pawn shop runabout. He threatened me not to snitch. Not to say nothing to one about what I'd seen or heard.
Oh, okay. That was actually just... The disc was on the floor, my God. This is outrageous. You just told the court bears almost no resemblance to your testimony 2 months ago. Now, I'm getting up there in the age, but I got a good memory of that case, I'll tell you that much.
As you say, my lord.
And there's every chance I may have adjudicated an error in McGilded's trial. Now, that ain't fair to me. Come on, Jenny. Is that fair to me? No, ma'am. No, ma'am, it ain't. Sounds very much to me as if the man deliberately deceived this court. Well, by gosh, I think he got what he deserved, burning to a crisp like that. Hey, so we talk about crisps now? Oh, God, now he's going again. In an effort to cover up the most wicked of schemes.
Without doubt, your lordship is correct. A great injustice was done in this court 2 months ago. The actions of the accused in this trial, this witness, and my learned friend are entirely inexcusable.
My bad.
I don't believe it. The whole trial's a farce.
That McGiddith was rotten to the core.
I mean, I knew all the doctor. Really, I got part of it.
You're wrong, the lot of you. Mr. Naraoda, the lawyer there, didn't know nothing about it. You shut your trap.
I don't think so. Are we really expected to believe that?
And we really stitched everyone up, didn't we? What an operation to get the man off scot-free.
Shut up.
Unforgivable. Stop. The lies have to stop. Stop.
I always wondered how they did that. I guess you just don't end the sentence and stop. Yes, the defense made a terrible error of judgment, and I intend to take full responsibility and suffer whatever consequences are deemed appropriate. However, it's imperative that the court allows the witness to elaborate on her testimony, because the true significance of McGilded's pawned articles may be brought to light. He's not gonna buy it.
Very well, my lord.
For what? Huh? You let me speak?
Given the depths of calamity you've just plunged yourself into, this may well be worth hearing.
Okay, words fail me, but the situation is utterly deplorable. Mr. Naruhodo, my God, you're looking like a nincompoop right now. Yes, my lord, I'll try to work on that. I will decide upon your fate following the conclusion of this trial. Oh my God, what? Can we get our license taken away? Oh my God. But we gotta do justice.
Blimey, Naruto.
Now, counsel, proceed. Oh, God. I mean, I didn't think I was gonna get oh, gosh. Hey, why is he facing away? What's up with you? Oh, crap. Okay. We'll start with disc on the floor. What's going on with that? Can you confirm it's the same disc? How do you know? Was this the disc you saw that day?
Yeah. Reckon it was probably. It was right next to me cove lying on the floor.
Could the disc have belonged to the victim, perhaps? What the dump? He's a brick mason, not a disc maker. What? I don't know about that, but hey, whoa! What's going on over here? Huh? Greggy, I'm disappointed in you. Colluding with an egg? Disgusting. Worse than disgusting.
I dunno, but McGilded picked it up pretty smartish. And then he sat the cove with the knife in his belly up on the seat.
What did he say to you at that time?
He told me not to say a word about what I'd seen, what I'd heard no one, about the disc and all that. I was dead scared. The way he looked at me, and I thought, if I didn't go along with it, I'd get stuck with the knife too.
Oh, you poor angel, god dang it, why?
Then he started asking me a load of questions. Like what my name was and where I lived. He asked me about being a diver too.
After a while, what happened in that carriage was noticed.
Yeah, that's right. Plus, there was a kind of rapping noise.
Rapping noise? What? I think I have to press them all here. What is up with those two? What are they doing? What are they doing? Are they sharing secrets in class? Ooh.
All of a sudden, I heard a scream from overhead. And the roof deck
Called the slops. All right. There was 2 gentlemen occupying the seats on the roof deck, I believe. Correct?
That's right.
Yeah, Mr. Fair playing Mr. First, I think. It's been a while.
They must have looked in through the skylight and noticed the cove with the knife in his guts. When they screamed, the driver pulled up on horses and McGilda got out my sight.
Out of sight? Where?
Back under the seat where I started off.
What? He hid in there with his big ol' hat?
Once the carriage came to an halt, the 2 coves from the roof ran off to fetch the flops.
If they immediately left to fetch the police, it would appear they were entirely unrelated to the incident.
I guess so.
So that left Mr. McGilded, the driver, and you still at the scene. Not the greatest people to still be there.
Yeah, and only the driver didn't know I was in there, 'cause I was under the seat. I had the cabin door open, and a voice from outside.
The driver, yes. He also testified in the trial, I believe.
Yeah. I don't remember how to do Bepo's name, or voice, sorry.
A fellow who went by the name of Beppo. Memory serves. Don't let him talk. Shut up.
What did McGilded and the driver say to each other?
I don't know what happened, and stuff like that mainly.
More McGilded's lies.
That's McGilded slipped the diver some tin to do the pawnbroking.
Okay, did he slip him anything else? Like a small box, maybe. The pawn shop obviously being the Windibanks.
Well, hold on, man. You're going too fast. Stop all that. Do you mean to tell me that the driver gave false testimony as well?
Y'all fibbing! Lying under oath ain't no joke! Come on, man!
Perhaps the excursion of the pawnbroker has slipped his mind when he was in the stand.
Indeed, Lord Van Zeeks. How convenient.
McGilded took off his coat and gave it to the driver. He told him, fold it up, all careful-like, before and handed it over. When I saw him do that, I remember thinking, that coat and what's it gotten it worth a few bob?
Yeah, so she remembers something being weird about the coat. Wait, what did she say exactly? The coats and what's in it has got to be worth a few bob. Okay. Gina was sure the disc was worth more than Mr. Windibank was suggesting. I remember her quibbling with him over the price that afternoon at the pawnbroker. Yeah.
The driver looked pretty happy when McGilded flashed some brass in his face, and he went running off at a lick. Then the bog trotter called to me and told me to come over from the drag's cabin.
This all seems fairly factual. I don't want to... I mean, legitimately, yeah, I think we just press everything.
Threatened me not to snitch, not to say nothing to one about what I seen.
Come on. You gotta give her a light sentence, right? Her life was on the line, man. And he knew where she lived. Like, come on. Ugh, I don't know if that's gonna pass. Threatened you how exactly?
Told me I'd only be able to be a scrapper if I did exactly what he said.
Which included giving false testimony in court 2 months ago.
Yeah, that's it. And there was one other thing he said.
Which was?
He told me not to have it hang on the ticket from... He told me to hang on to the ticket from the pawn shop. Make sure not to lose it.
Because he was coming back for it. And he didn't want the evidence on him, I bet. Dang.
The ticket? Well, I never.
Said that if I didn't show up to get the ticket off me before 2 months passed, I'd have to go to the pawn shop and pay the money to get it back in lug. To stop it being forfeited. He left me with some brass to pay for it.
So what, dude, he really didn't want that disc getting taken. There's something up with that disc.
But really, why on earth would Mr. McGilded have done such a thing? Depositing his overcoat with a pawnbroker before the arrival of the police? It just don't make no sense, man. Come on, man.
There's been only one logical explanation, my lord. What McGilded had the driver deposited at Windibank's was something he didn't want the police to see. Something very important. that he needed to hide at all costs. Yeah. And I got a feeling it's on the way here right now. Yeah.
Anyway, after that, he let me go. So I legged it before the coppers showed up.
You poor angel. Jesus Christ. Also, I'll go back and get the first one, but well done, Gina. Couldn't have been easy to tell the truth like that in front of all these people.
Ginny's really put her faith in you, Bruno.
Yeah, thanks to her, she'll have to face a charge of perjury. Oh boy. So I need to use the time we have now to get as much information out of her as possible.
I can help. It's time to really go for it. Press her on every statement.
Okay, that was very blatant. Oh, what do you say? I suppose I should.
Oh, and another thing.
What's that?
Take a look at those two. Isn't it strange they've been whispering each other this whole time?
That is strange. It's like they're having a secret conversation. I'm not sure I'm completely comfortable with that. Or if there's anything I can do about it? I don't know. Well, I'll press on this, but we'll get to that in a bit. And you were hiding in the cabin the whole time as well, weren't you, Miss Lestrade? If I remember, right in the storage compartment underneath one of the seats.
That's right. It's pitch black under there, so you can't see nothing at all.
Now, in your testimony 2 months ago, I'm certain you claimed McGilda was the sole passenger, did you not?
False testimony, my lord.
That's what he told me to say.
Hey! You ain't listening to poor Gina!
Excuse me.
Punks! What are you doing? Hey! Is there something you'd like to share with the court, Inspector Gregson? Mr. Graydon? Hey, doofuses, turn around! Inspector! Mr. Graydon! Blimey! Trying to give me a heart attack over here? Jesus Christ! So say his name. Oh, I'm so sorry. You've been whispering to each other for quite some time now. What's up? Tell us. What is the discussion about? Huh? Discussion, well, what is, fella? Pull the other one, sunshine. Think I got nothing to say to this shady gent? Come on. And I have nothing to say to this uncouth detective after he deprived me of that disc that was so rightfully mine. They've clearly been talking to each other this whole time for like 6 minutes, give or take. It's as if they've been negotiating something. I don't like this. This sucks. Nah, can't have that. Will you kindly refrain from talking amongst yourselves when the witness is giving testimony? That's just not good manners. Also possibly illegal. Hey, sorry, my lord. What were those two talking about? I got a feeling. This is bad. Miss Lestrade, continue with your testimony. That's all she had to say. Done. Wait, I guess we have to finish that one? I don't know how to advance. Legit. Remember correctly, you couldn't see under the seat, blah, 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 blah. 2 months ago, you said that, yeah, it was false testimony. But it's important you tell us the truth now. When Mr. McGilda and the victim's acquaintances, where were they?
I don't know. But I did hear him talking a lot.
What were they talking about, Gina?
Well, I couldn't hear too well. If I had to say, I think it was about money or something. They kept talking about buying and not buying.
What, bricks? What? Perhaps business dealings or something?
Anyway, they got louder and louder. It started to sound like a proper fight. I was pretty scared by then. Hardly dared to breathe, and then all of a sudden, heard a noise like someone keeled over on the floor. It's blooming loud and all.
God. And I believe you let out an involuntary scream, did you?
Yeah. That's what gave me away.
Huh? Oh, right, that's what I expected. All right, thank you, counsel. I heard a lot. And probably enough. I believe we now have a reasonable understanding of what actually transpired in that there omnibus.
It would appear on that night 2 months ago, a negotiation was taking place on that bus. A negotiation concerning this disc. However, matters did not run smoothly. When the parties involved began to quarrel over price, McGilda took what he wanted by force, and at the expense of the other man's life.
How could a disc be so important to him? What the dump? Which proves my point. The disc is clearly extremely valuable in some way. Although I don't understand why, but come on.
And 2 days ago, precisely 2 months after the omnibus incident, McGilded's coat and its contents were to be forfeited.
I didn't know what I should have done with the ticket. I mean, the cove died right after its trial. I knew that.
So you decided to try to claim the article as your own.
What can you blame me? I'm on the streets, you bloody effing... Anyway, why not? They're gonna be forfeit. Why shouldn't I get it? Really? Anyway, you can't blame me for thinking about it. Thinking ain't no crime. Last I checked.
Miss Lestrade? Oh, sorry, I'm so thirsty. It would appear McGilded was prepared to kill in order to take possession of that there disc. Do you know why that would be?
Ain't got a clue, sorry. But I reckon it must be worth a fair bit of price. It's probably gonna sell it. And you can't blame me for thinking that. Thinking ain't no crime. Ain't no crime.
Well, perjury is...
Well, yeah.
My lord? Oh, it's the bailiff.
The evidence your lordship requested has been located. Is ready for the court inspection.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
I already know it's gonna be the other mouse. And then the boy mouse near the Boshkovek is gonna be like, oh my god, my last sister. And they're gonna reunite. It's gonna be adorable. Or maybe something else. I don't know. The mysterious little box deposited by McGilded 2 months ago. What the dump is in it? I gotta know! There's no doubt in my mind it's a key piece in the far-reaching puzzle. Please just be easy to understand. Please? Oh, come on, no! This is messed up. But at the same time, I do love me some cliffhangers. Yeah!